Welcome again to the Aikido Virtual Dojo. Today we're going to look at an alternative way to do a warm-up. And we often do the same warm-up over and over to help prepare the body, which is important before we move into practice. Warming up the body will help prevent accidents. Sometimes it's good to change the way we warm up so that we're not always repeating exactly the same thing over and over and over, which can sometimes wear down the body. So we're going to look at some alternative warm-ups that can help change the routine a little bit, but also help prepare the body in different ways for different practices. The first step that we can do is kind of warming up the joints and also kind of shaking out the body a bit. And we're going to do that by simply starting with the foot. Okay? Now, we're going to start with just one foot, and we're going to shake out the foot. So we're not going to shake the foot itself, but we're going to release the foot and shake it. And this will help warm up also the ankle as well. You notice I'm standing on the other foot, which is kind of a balancing exercise too. So I'm also developing my balance. And as I go from here, I want to include the knee, okay, the joints of the knee, so the whole bottom leg here, and just kind of releasing it. Okay, there's a sense of release. And not just making it happen or moving, but releasing the leg. And I want to see if I can bring that all the way up into the hip. Okay. Now, part of this exercise, you're going to have to let go of looking good because we're going to start to get a little shaky and moving around in different ways. So, but see if you can include the hip joint. So the whole leg now is actually free and loose. All right. So if we do that on one side, then we obviously want to do that to the other side to stay balanced. And I'm also balancing literally on the other foot. So ankle all the way up to the knee, all the way up to the hip, the leg. Okay? So we're really releasing and opening that leg through all the joints there. Then we're going to move into the hand and the wrist. Same thing. We want to shake out the hand, not moving the hand, but shaking and releasing it, and also the wrist. Okay? We're going to move up to the elbow. So the whole forearm and the hand. And almost like there's something on the hand, we want to shake it off. Right? Then we're going to move up to the shoulder. So the shoulder moves and the arm releases. Almost like the arm's asleep when we're trying to wake it up. Okay? And obviously one side, other side, same thing. Shake out the hand. Elbow. Shoulder and arm. Okay, once you got each side going, do both sides. And really, this will also kind of develop some sense of relaxation, which actually can help with the quickness of strikes, the rapidity. Okay, so this is not only just warming up, but it's also preparing for other types of practices. Okay, now after that, we can move on to the back and just getting fluid into the back and moving the back around in different ways that actually feels good and opens up the mobility of the back, so the spine and even the front of the body. We're going to move down into the hips as well. So the hips will help also move into the lower back, the joints into the hips, and being able to kind of get fluid into the whole body. Okay, so it's almost like a sense of play in a way as well. So then, as we get the whole body fluid, shaking out the whole body, we're going to include the head as well, okay? And even releasing the jaw. Okay? And again, it might look a little bit ridiculous, but it doesn't matter. The idea is to release and warm up the body. After you do that, it's interesting if you take just a moment to stop and feel what happens in the body afterwards. Okay, so for this next part, we're going to show a second possibility for warming up. And this time we're going to work with a partner. And we're going to each help each other warm up the body. And also looking at some other types of principles along the way as we do this practice. So with my partner, he's going to just kind of stand neutral for a moment, which means he's not going to be resistive, but he's just going to be kind of anchored and solid. And I'm going to start with one arm. And basically what I want to do is I want to get in contact with the arm here and move it around in a way that helps not only relax the arm so that he can release tension, but it actually starts to move the joints and kind of open up the joints and the arm itself, the body. Okay? And as I do that, there's also, I can discover how different movements connect into the body of my partner. So it's not only an opening for the joints and the muscles and the body, but it's also a practice with connecting into the body of my partner. Okay? And this can be very important with your techniques. Okay? And I'm going to obviously want to do this with one arm. Again, releasing, moving, connecting into the body, opening the body. Okay? And also with the other side too. Now, you might find that a lot of the movements resemble the techniques, maybe an Ikkyo or a Kotegaeshi. Okay? There's lots of different possibilities. We can even kind of very gently try different types of techniques like Sankyos or something like that. But the idea, again, is really more just sort of relaxing and opening the body. And what we can do too, another part of this, is to connect into the body and find the limit of the balance, right where he's almost off balance in different ways, in different directions. And so this is a sensitivity exercise as much as it is a flexibility exercise. So I have to be sensitive enough to find just where he's at the limit of being off balance without sending him away. And then at the same time, he's going to allow himself to be flexible and relaxed enough to move in that direction. Okay, so it opens up his body, and I develop a sense of sensitivity, okay, which is very important in feeling what's happening. Moving on, we're going to work with the body of our partner here. We can move into the back. And just taking a moment to work with the back and the spine, so the whole torso, the spine of the body, moving it in different ways. Again, feeling the balance, okay, and also in a very respectful manner that has a sense of opening my partner and less of a sense of just manipulating my partner. Okay, and he develops a sense of fluidity, flexibility. Dunk. So we've got the shoulders, the back. There's lots of different parts of the body we can start to work with, even very gently with the head. Okay, with a lot of sensitivity. You notice he's not resisting in any way. He's allowing it to move his body, which is great for Okemi. Okay, we move down even into the hips. The hips can sometimes be a little bit difficult to let go. The hips can be a very tight area, kind of a tense zone. So getting free in the hips can be very important. Okay, just working through the whole body. You can even go into the legs a little bit. And kind of going through the whole body that way. He opens up the whole system, the whole body. Okay, and I'm going to show you one more possibility for a warm-up. There are obviously many, many more, but we're going to just do one more today. And sometimes when we work with Ushiro techniques or techniques from behind, we like to wake up the back. And from there, actually waking up the whole body. But since we're so focused on being in front of us because of our vision, we kind of lose a sense of what's behind us. So this is a warm-up that'll help wake up the body, but also help kind of open our senses behind us. So again, we're going to work with a partner. I'm going to ask my partner to turn around. And there's several different ways to start with this. One is you can just simply kind of massage your partner, which always feels good, just kind of giving him a nice, good massage in the back, giving your partner a good massage, kind of opening up the joints and the muscles, and preparing them, but it also kind of brings some sensitivity and some awareness into the back, okay? And from here, and also maybe even down through the legs. Okay, another way to do this is to give taps, okay? Now, don't hurt your partner, obviously, but we want to wake up our partner, okay? Waking up the back in this way. You'll see this sometimes in traditional exercises in Aikido, traditional warm-ups where we tap the body. And this is just actually another version of that. So the person is standing. We can even sometimes give it just a little bit of a break. so that the person still continues to feel behind. Begin again. Okay. And we can continue, like I said, continue with the whole body here, kind of bringing it to the arms, the hips, the legs, even down to the feet, and really waking up that whole back. Okay. This could be slight taps in this way too, as long as it's, a sense of waking up the body rather than hurting the body. Okay.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.